Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play HOI4 Kaiserreich Qing. Let's continue on from where we last left off. So, we're going to destroy some isolated warlords in about, like 25 days. Zhudu secures power in Yunnan. You are... I mean, I see you're Social Democrats, but what does that mean for us? KMT aligned. Who even is the KMT leader at this point then? But you are Yunnan. Yes, you're also KMT. So it looks like this is eventually going to team up against a Qing KMT war. That's probably where this is kind of boiling towards. Which... because it's... How many people are in KMT? It's... You... And maybe you. Maybe all four of you guys combined. Shanxi isn't helping us too much. Mongolia and Tibet, I'm pretty sure, are just going to kill my clique. And they're just going to be completely dead. And I'm assuming this is a Northwest War, which allows us to do something. It's not important as coastal areas in the upcoming struggle. The interior of China still contains valuable riches, which we must secure for the upcoming conflict. Okay. I mean, I will do that when we have the possibility to do so. Like, I feel like my clique is close to being killed. Which is you. Yeah, I mean, they have like one victory point left. I think as soon as Yinshan has been taken, they're gone. As a faction, they're just done. Russia has announced some ambitions. I don't believe Russia has any ambitions for China. So you do you. In fact, if you can actually fight the Japanese first, that'd be great. Switzerland, did you go Syndicalist? I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. I mean, I guess if you fight... Maybe you fight, like, the Germans, that would help us out? Maybe? Actually, no, I can... the only time I think... China... Or not China... The only time China and Germany go to war, I think, would be over, like, the legation cities. But what about that afterwards? So we've got you done. 25 doesn't quite get us to 100, but it's a pretty close start. So you are a sneak attack on Yan Xian, which is you. We do get a protest. Is that what the command power gain is? Long had ties to defending government. It doesn't sound like great. I'm assuming they're going to protest a sneak attack for 15 days. I'm going to send half of you guys to this line. I can send you back afterwards. But I think... I don't care if the generals are mad about a sneak attack. I don't care. They don't matter to me right now. What matters to me is securing a united China. And if they're going to stand in that way, then that's on them. We have 15 days for this to go on. I don't know what the protest is going to be. Because command power going down by 1.5 a day is a lot. Again, not that it matters too much. We've already used most of what we can here. The Tsardom has been restored. Positions available. I'm definitely not sending them anything. Oh yeah, this is a Northwest conflict. Mac League's already done for. They have no chance in hell of actually winning, so I do not care what they do. Of course, we'll send everybody to here. And I just don't know if they have the number of men. It says 4 to 10. I can see 4 on our border. I'm sure there's some up towards the north. But I do think we can easily take like every single major Shanxi, every single Shanxi province pretty quickly. Like even 4 against their most at 10. We should still be okay. Yeah, Makli's been annexed. Not a huge surprise. It does cut off Xinjiang from the rest of the country, which is not ideal. Technically, we haven't got an event for this quite yet, so we'll get that soon. We could reorganize some of our warlords. Yeah, Mac League doesn't exist anymore. Our sneak attacks will be done tomorrow. So why are you protesting? Well, some of our warlike Z League generals enthusiastically support our plans for sneak attack against Yan Xian. Others are angry that they were not consulted. They contend the plans being too risky and approach a response from Shanxi. But Shanxi, we're already at war with Shanxi. So I'm not too sure what your problem... I mean, we lost a lot of political power, which does suck. But of course, what we're going to do, we're going to march every single unit into the territory. You go capture that victory point. You go here. You go here. You here. Actually, what if... something like this. That could work. I'm not going to call him my ally. I really don't think he has any right to be in here. Not any right, but there's no reason for him to be here. When are you going to arrive? You're going to arrive in 5 days. You'll be there in 3 days. So if we actually just attack you, we can probably get like encirclement on those couple of guys. You go here next. Just so you're encircled. Benian begins to mobilize. No, don't do that. Please and thank you. You go up here. Everybody is still moving to where they need to be. You're going over there. You go here. You go here. There's like 5 divisions on this line don't need to be here. Because right now we've almost killed you. You are worth 1. You are worth 3. So you're definitely a little bit more important. So actually, we'll send you here. The cavalry division's job is actually just going to be to encircle this city. Never mind, because you have now left. So, okay, I mean, that works out well for me then. You absolute fool. Maybe they're mobilizing because they're, they think they can beat us. I don't know. Is that enough for the capitulation? I think so. So, Shanxi. We got, like, a bunch of rifles out of them and some oil, which I will definitely take. So we're going to send, let's say, another good division over to you. We're at 79. You actually will, because of that war, you'll actually push us over 100, which is nice. I guess I'll have you on the border with Tibet. Like, you're not in an alliance. Never mind, you are guaranteeing each other. And Russia is guaranteeing the independence of Mongolia. That's a little bit of a worry. For sure. Unfortunately, we won't be able to integrate you quite yet. It's quite expensive. It's not really that expensive. It's just that I have spent all my political power on this invasion, which didn't work out super well. I mean, actually, no, the invasion worked out well. Just it didn't work out well from a... Don't worry about you guys. Federal support. The NRA prevailed. And Anjing. You're at 25. Maybe you'll boost it up a decent amount. You can organize an intellectual meeting. I mean, it's got to be higher than 30. They could refuse. No, they love us. Never mind. They, guaranteed friendly. Nah, they... With a 200% opinion boost, I would imagine they would want to join the faction regardless. We do have to wait until we have a, 10 political power, which I know is an insane amount. Yeah, so we can do you. I'm not too sure. I'm guessing this maybe we'll have some conflicts with, like, Mongolia or something like that. I'm not too sure. I mean, we can... Army experience plus 10. A bunch of generals get better. But you don't matter. Why would I want to work with the Manchu generals? I feel like that's a little bit risky, no? Well, we'll get better tanks. You're all researching. We don't have a boost for you, so I don't think it's worthwhile. You... I mean, it's already August. We'll get a research speed bonus. What a very long name for this one gun here. Wu has met the Anjing anti-concessionist. A little bit more support. I appreciate that. So you're now at 30%. So we could organize a meeting with intellectuals. We're at 32% meeting now. Like, there's a lot of things I would like to do. Getting cores is nice because, you know, spending any manpower on the occupation is less than ideal. But I do think, I mean, getting them into the faction, like, what are you doing? You have 8 of 29 divisions. The problem, of course, is not the Vietnamese government. They are a little bit of an issue. but not compared to, say, the Japanese. There we go. So we have 102. So you know what that means? One, we can do the fall of the North-West conflict. But more importantly, we can go for a single level of army reform in 110 days. In the meantime, we're losing more points. We're still getting 1 a day, which actually is like pretty good. The thing is, I don't want to reach out, have them deny it, because it does say that if they refuse, there can be a long waiting time in between asking again. So it might make more sense to maybe do the intellectual meeting, get a little bit more support, and then try to pressure them. Like Mongolia. You have 7 to 16 divisions, Tibet has 4 to 17. Because... Okay, America's dead. Because Mongolia is guaranteed by the Russians, what makes more sense when we eventually get to this point is to invade Tibet. They're already backed by Mongolia. Mongolia will join the war, and then we can kill both of them without without Russia getting involved. In this war, I don't think we care. Actually, we might want to support the CSA just because the Canadians might intervene in the war to take back the legation cities. Because who's guaranteeing their independence? Basically, like, everybody. And I have a good authority that everybody is a significant amount of people. You don't have enough troops to actually fill your entire border, which I like. And you do have, like, pretty decent fortifications. 83 days. Or negative, I mean, coring would be nice. Maybe it's actually, we have 13,000 rifles now. Because we have 13,000 rifles, because I think we took a bunch from our enemy. We'll go to, let's say 10 on you. Do we have any tanks in reserve? I feel like 2 tank divisions. I actually don't know. Come with 10. It's fine. We'll build like 2 of them. And just have them like slowly get the materials that they need. Our 4.4 thousand rifles. I mean, our artillery production is good. I think we can actually cut that down by 1. For now. I know we're spending a lot of our factories right now. Still on infantry equipment, but that is trying to upgrade everything. Because better rifles is, unsurprisingly, like, kind of important. Yeah, and you're technically occupied, but, like, just don't worry about it too much. Ignore you. Gone, you done. All this tree's been finished. Reach dams in the Yellow River. We cannot do you. Because Puyi is leader. So let's reorganize the Warlord divisions, because I know the Warlord divisions, which I'm assuming is maybe you, are garbage. They are horrible. So if we can get rid of those guys, make them into anything else. Repair Chahar. I mean, it's just fortifications. It's free. We'll do that. War propaganda, I don't think we really need it all. We actually are pretty high on world tension. I mean, you're just fortifications, and the fortifications are nice. We do have like decent defense modifiers. But at the same time, I would really like just to like ask. I mean, no, you should do this first. I don't know. Actually, it's only 10 days as well. We'll be there in about 2 months. I could theoretically like not do a focus to get me there a little bit faster. And by a little bit faster, I do mean twice as fast. So, you know, that actually probably makes more sense. It's probably better than any focus that I can do right now. I mean, getting the +1 attack and defense on a bunch of generals is nice. Fighter tech, buying ships, foreign weapons. I don't really think we need the foreign weapons, be honest. The research slot is decent, I would say. The reorganization of the warlord divisions. Many Zeali warlords possess personal armies. They use to guard the provinces they govern. We lose on political power. Or we can just, we can reorganize them. Okay, so basically reorganizing them, it looks like, at least by this text, It deletes them, but then they get better for free. Or I can pay for them to be better. I'm going to just pay for them to be better, to be honest. It allows me... I have a lot of equipment still. It means I have to pay for them to be better. But I have enough weapons to make that work. How much does it cost to upgrade all of you to be better? We don't have quite enough rifles for that. So what I can actually do is just delete a handful of these guys who are being trained. For 1.6 thousand, each one of you has 1,300. So actually, if I delete, again, 2 more, that should give us enough rifles that we need. And there we go. And now I can just train on more of you guys. Put you back up to 10. I know you've lost probably a lot of organization doing that. But it's still completely okay. 100% fine. So we will get this done in about 12 more days. I know it's going to cost a little bit of 10 political power when we do have another focus. But for right now, that is okay. We're not going to reach out to Anjing quite yet. I don't know if we want to breach the dams, though. I know they did it in real life, but for right now, I mean, you'd be pretty okay. But I think actually going for the factories have to be a better choice for us. And do we want more equipment? You know, we should get the radio. Get that going. We do have some planes we could deploy. We'll get those guys into these fleets. Keep them flying over you. Do you have any aircraft? Probably about the same that we do. A little bit less. And in 2 more days, we'll be able to organize an intellectual meeting. We'll do that. While they're meeting for 10 days, we can then go for court these generals. In 50 days, we'll get 2 more civilian factories. And just going for, what, 6 military factories? I'm giving that 2 thumbs up because that's really good. When is your 21 days? I'm assuming that gives us the ability to attack you. But I don't know if that is the right choice or not. To be quite honest. Okay, everybody's declaring war on the Ottoman Empire. Not a huge surprise. Bulgaria is doing better than normal, I would say, at this point. You guys have not declared war quite yet. I know Poland can probably invade Galicia Lodmira at some point as well. And Canada might intervene in the war at some point as well. What has just happened? People are joining. Yeah, stuff is happening in the Ottoman Empire, which they're probably not super happy with. What are we missing? We're missing construction of the planes. So we'll throw them in here for now. Even though we're not going to have much use for them. They're going to be ready in a few days. Finland's been annexed by the Russians. So did we meet with the intellectuals? I assume so. I assume that meeting has happened. I wonder if they would just, we could do some talks with them. Chen stresses his autonomy. And that, you're Chen, yes. Recently, the Beijing Council of Nanjing organized a meeting of, famous Chinese intellectuals. Against the same conclusion that China must unite immediately. However, the leader of Nanjing has spoken out against the urgency for the call. Says local autonomy is more important than unification. We can do some counter messages. I think we have to close and open it, maybe. It decreases by 1. We need 30 days to get this going. I mean, we should have enough points for it. Look, I understand you want some autonomy. But I would really recommend that, for now, it probably makes the most amount of sense to come together. I'm assuming if I try to ask him for the alliance right now, he'll probably say no to that. You're gonna be done soon. Factories is nice. Factories are always nice. I don't think there's ever a time when you want to say no to factories. We can't go to war economy because we're not actually at war. Japan, like, what is... Have you done the announce your ambitions? I don't actually remember or not. If you've claimed to want to become a powerful force in Asia. They might have, I just don't remember. Does this have any other effects? We lose 20 political power if you don't do it. So, I mean, there's no reason not to... I mean, I guess you're spending 10 more. We can now spread the counter message. No, you see, it's good for this all to happen. We actually get another 1%. And you also get a message that Qing spreads counter message. I don't want you to be mad at me. So, if you would just, you should support me. Mexico's joining the Internationale, does not matter. We're a year ahead of time on the next level rifle, so I think we're going to kind of ignore that for now. Get the artillery boost. What are you going to do, Anjing? You still like us? We have claimed all your territory. I'm assuming that's why the modifiers are so large for the friendship modifiers. I am going to save because I'm a coward. But we'll see if Anjing actually wants to join the faction or not. Hey, Anjing. You should join the faction. And they have done it. Fantastic. Anjing has agreed. You've agreed to a request formally recognizing a rule over all of China. Though they are still autonomous, we further integrate them once our rule has been firmly established. Thank you very much for your support in the government. I will not let you down. And also going to build 3 more factories here, which I think is pretty good for us. Because I mean, our faction, I think, is doing pretty well. Like, we've got the 2 biggest powers, maybe, in all of China on side. So maybe the Japanese invading government will be looking at us with a little bit of worry. You also really want to invade. Oh, Germany actually lost that war. Fantastic. But you really want to invade the legation cities, which I understand. Legation cities are a pain in the ass. Chinese observer rights. We can't do this, and I don't know why. We could do another level army reform. This actually only costs 50. So it's definitely cheaper. We need more than 42% to annex them. That could be 42%. I don't really know what I can do right now to make that higher. Probably want to actually integrate this stuff as soon as we can. We'll see at 40. I mean, why would I want to... You're 3. You do some military factories here. So maybe doing central Shanxi first. Yes, get all of that going. Eastern Shanxi actually was not a core of ours anyways either. But that is going to take 70 days. But I do think that right now is going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So thanks everyone for watching my Anthem. If you enjoyed, my thumbs up. If not enjoy, click thumb down. You want to subscribe, and goodbye.